Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. Guys, this is just absolutely crazy. I don't know what to think anymore. This is just wow. This is just absolutely incredible. So many things are happening in the toy industry right now, and I'm really excited about what the possibilities of this could bring. I mean, yesterday, we had some breaking news about you know from Australia of all places that I found out. But apparently it was going everywhere. Instagram, YouTube. I mean, like everyone was reporting about this. Twitter, everybody. Yo tengo el poder. Canal dos Rosmeros. Everyone was talking about this, and it was just absolutely in freaking incredible. And you know what? It didn't stop there. Today, just out of nowhere, good friends of the channel Toy Habits decided to drop a bombshell on us and shared out some crazy leaks coming out of Walmart, of all places. Guys, I'm going to bring in somebody who can help us navigate this crazy, oh my God, it's just crazy leaks and everything that's happening in between. But I just want to say once again, if you enjoy this type of content, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel. I post up to 2 episodes a week and hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys will always know when new episodes are posted. Well, guys, without further ado, let me bring in my special guest. But just before that, they really do need a wonderful introduction. So
And before we dive into the news,
don't forget to head over to toyhabits.com for all the latest news and reviews when they drop. Tell them that Jay sent you. Guys, please help me welcome very special guest to the show, Michael from Toy Habits, everybody. Michael, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing well. That intro never gets old, Jay. So play
It
it
is
all
the
the time.
best,
But
honestly. And you know what? It's just one of these things. Welcome back to the show, Michael.
thank
You said that your brother actually made that intro, right? Or
He
the,
did.
the audio to it. That's incredible.
Yeah. His YouTube channel is The Music Shed.
That's
So
incredible.
yeah.
Definitely, guys, check out the Music Shed on YouTube. But we're not really here to talk about music, Michael. We're here to talk about something completely different. But at the same time, it's something that we absolutely love, don't we? Michael, talk me through this. What happened today? How did this come about? Where did this come from? Just take us through it.
Yeah. So we receive a lot of information from, folks in that are friends of the channel or just, want to give us information that we could broadcast out to the community. And we received a lot of information yesterday from our trusted Toy Habit source. And it was just very exciting to be privy to this information. And I wanted to give a huge shout out to that person. You know who you are. And we got a lot of great information coming, from both the Origins and the Masterverse line. So stay tuned. But yeah, this one definitely is amazing because we just had the official reveals of the figures for Wave 13. And now we're thinking about Wave 14 already. So it's awesome.
That is absolutely incredible. Holy crap, everybody. What an amazing opportunity we have here. Let's go ahead and bring up what the heck we're talking about, because everyone's like, well, what are you guys talking about? What the heck are you guys talking about? All right, so Michael, let's go through what was dropped today at toyhabits.com. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, definitely head over to toyhabits.com, give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay and Michael sent you. All right, guys, let's take a look at this because this is just absolutely freaking insane. Wow. Just absolutely wow. Holy crap. Guys, right here on toyhabits.com, we can see confirmed Wave 14, everybody. Holy crap. Michael, first of all, let's click into the article and see what we can see. There we go, guys. Wave 14. Holy crap. All right, let's go through this, Michael. Who was announced at Wave 14 today?
So in the Wave 14 assortment, and these are leaks that we've known about, but the mystery has been where the figure is going to line up in which wave and when they're going to come out. So the toy sorceress and I were chatting yesterday and just how to package this all up, and so we made something today. And of course, we don't have official images for these, so we're using stand-in. The Eternian Guard Infiltrator, Squeeze, Serpent Claw Man-At-Arms, and Spikor are supposedly confirmed for wave 14. So that is the next wave after the wave that was just announced yesterday.
Oh my God, this is just ridiculous. Let's take a really quick read on the first paragraph. Master Universe Origins Wave 14 Assortment confirmed. This was written by the toy sorceress as of today, and says, thanks to our Toy Habits mega trusted source, we received a leaked list that contains wave assortments and release dates, and now we can confirm that the Master of the Universe Origins Wave 14 assortment has been dropped on Walmart.com of all places. This is just crazy. Michael, take us through this. What is going on? Obviously, huge spoiler happening right here, but Wave 14, I'm guessing this was part of the leak list here?
Yeah, we received this list. When we receive information like this, we take this information very seriously, and we also like to protect the confidentiality of who's sharing this information with us. And so this is one of the blocks of information that we got that we decided to package up. And funny enough, you mentioned Walmart, because a few days earlier, have a way of searching on Walmart to find things. Of course, we can't take credit for Squeeze that was found by somebody else, but that actually led us to find Serpent Claw Man-At-Arms and Spikor. So we have 3 out of the 4 figures on this wave that are in Walmart's databases. And if you try searching for them, it's actually really hard to on Walmart.com. So we use other means.
Yeah, they have the code system and all this kind of stuff. So incredibly, you were able to dig these up. Let's dig in a little bit deeper and find out which other figures were showcased today. So here we go. First one is Eternian Guard Infiltrator. Michael, yesterday we just found out about the snake guards.
Yeah, the snake grouper, yep.
There was some confusion here. Like, Jay over Geek Dad Life was in Germany over at the Spielwarenmesse. Finally got that right. And he said that he saw these figures.
Yes.
Actually. Now, we don't have any actual photos, so we're using the Master Universe Origins, the classics here, just as an example. But wow, just super exciting. What are your thoughts on this, Michael? Holy crap!
Yeah, I'm excited about this, and I think it's a really easy figure for Mattel to make, because they obviously are going to grab the 90% of the buck from the Palace Guard, from the Palace Guard set that came out with Man-At-Arms. And so throw a new snake head on the figure and you have a brand new figure. So it's super exciting. And I think what's cool about this is you can start to visualize how this might fit into your collection. So for example, if you pre-ordered the Eternia playset, you can imagine the Eternian Guard Infiltrator at the gates, right?
100%. This is super exciting. And of course, if you were a fan of the 2000X series, this is how King Hiss, was able to really surprise the masters, right?
Yes.
So, this really falls in line well with their direction of adding 2000X characters into the line, which is extremely exciting. And, there are so many new fans. The additional fans who grew up on 2000X must be salivating at the at this juicy morsel. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, and I love the 2000X figures. I just happen to have Too Bad just in front of me, and the sculpts were great. Just of course, the limited articulation, and they were actually hard to stand too. So it makes it hard. But getting the 2000X versions of these characters in Origins form is awesome.
Just incredible. Wow. Let's move on to the next figure that was leaked today. Fan favorite Squeeze is actually making a return. Now, this was very much teased, and obviously somebody found the original link. What does this mean for fans of the series going forward?
Yeah, I mean, this means that we're getting all of the Snake Men, whether people like it or not. And I think people are so in love with the Snake Men faction, and they can't get enough. And so it's funny. Like, I actually was looking behind me, and I actually don't have Squeeze as a vintage figure, and so I need to fill that in my collection. But I'm super excited to see how the figure is going to turn out. I love the way that he was stuffed in the box, in that single carded box.
Yeah, at least we know he's going to fit in the box, though, right? I mean,
yeah.
it was already proven. I'm very, very excited about this figure. I never had him as a kid, so it's very, very exciting to see this version coming out for the Master Universe. And the reality is going to be a completely new character. Now that I think about it, there's nothing that they can reuse here at all.
No.
He's completely going to be up for the ground up, and that actually, by that notion, it really is kind of an answer to many people's questions, saying, because I've been getting a lot of pushback from people when I posted that video yesterday, saying that, oh, they're just repainting everything. It's just going to be repaints and repaints and That's not true.
No.
Tila, actually, Snake Tila, I discovered afterwards, she's actually a brand new buck. She's got these shoulder pauldrons, and her armor is different, right? Her actual torso. And Squeeze here, there's no way there's anything that's reusable here.
No,
right?
and actually, if you think about it, all of the later figures in the Masters of the Universe line from the 80s, those were all brand new sculpts. And so like we're getting to a point in the line where they're going to have to make these one-of-a-kind figures again, and one-of-a-kind sculpts that barely reuse anything that they've used before. Maybe the ball joints and sockets that hook everything together, but that's pretty much it.
This is just incredible. And just as a side note, especially in this particular pose, doesn't he remind you of a WWE wrestler in this?
Yes.
I mean, seriously,
like holding up his championship belt, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Or ready to slam, his buddy Snake on the ground, and then he's got the shorts, he's got the thigh pads. You know what I mean? He definitely reminds me of a WWE wrestler.
Yeah, the crop top too, right?
Exactly. Just so great. Man, I can't wait until we get this guy. Now, he actually has a listing on Walmart.com, which, again, this was discovered by another person, correct?
Yes, it was the Real Berkey on Instagram.
Okay, so guys, definitely huge thanks to the Real Berkey on Instagram for finding this listing. And you know what? It's not like we weren't expecting Squeeze. I mean, he's been teased on the backing card art, right?
Yeah, and actually, Canal dos Rosmaneros was the first ones to leak that all the Snake Men were coming to the line anyway last year. And so it's just a matter of time that we get to see these crop up in these future waves that we're looking at.
So exciting. It's a wonderful time to be a Motu fan right now.
It is
crazy. And really, this is bringing into question the idea that this is actually going to return to retail. I mean, if they're listed on Walmart.com, that's pretty much proof positive of something like that, correct?
Correct. Yeah. And who's to say whether, they show up on shelves or not? Like personally, I never have a good time finding anything at Walmart. And so if they end up not on the shelves, it's not going to change my habits in buying these things or finding these things. But it's actually exciting that Walmart, and also Target are stocking these figures online, because they're definitely not dead at retail.
Here's the thing about that too. It brings into question the idea that perhaps they're not going to, populate the shelves, but perhaps they're going to populate the online section of Walmart, which is something they've been pushing for almost a decade now.
Yeah,
I mean, they're trying to catch up to the market leader of Amazon, right? It's a really competitive market online right now. So there's some food for thought for you guys. It might be that retail goes in a slightly different direction.
Yeah, and funny story, I actually used to work for Walmart.com for a little less than 4 years. So definitely hear you on that point. Yeah, and it's not a secret that they were trying to catch up to the industry leader, Amazon.
Absolutely. Let's look at the very next figure that's announced. Guys, Serpent Claw Man-At-Arms from the 2000X line. Now, Michael, this was another figure which apparently had appeared at Spiel of Iron Messe.
Yes.
And Geek Dead Life's Jay did actually see this in person. Wow, this guy, honestly, you being a fan of the 2000X classics, this must be really special for you.
Oh, it is. And, especially this version of Man-At-Arms, where you can kind of see him take on a little bit different role than he did in the Filmation cartoon. Like, he is decked out in oversized armor. I mean, actually the armor looks very appropriate to taking on the Snake Men, whereas like Snake Armor He-Man's armor is like leaves him bare on one side. So, but I've always wondered, like, what's the decision, the lot of bare legs and bare arms when you're attacking when the Snake Men are attacking, but the figure looks awesome.
Absolutely. And I've always just believed that it's most for He-Man as well. There's probably a magical aspect to him. You know what I mean? I mean, the guy literally fights naked, right?
That's
He
true.
must, he must have some sort of either luck source or some sort of like plus 10 luck. If we're talking about RPG terms, you know what I mean? He must have that kind of thing because you can't dodge things forever. I mean, you're gonna hit him eventually, and that's exactly what happened here with the Snake Man. They used their they use their natural immunity towards magic and everything like that to really counter what He-Man was doing, and that's why they had to develop new techniques, right, to try and counter them. I mean, that venom is very, very strong,
Yeah.
and it's exactly what really nerfed He-Man during the series. Do you think we're going to get all of his accessories?
I hope so, because it wouldn't be Serpent Claw Man-At-Arms without his mace attachment. So it's like you need that claw to go along with the character. I'm not sure like how oversized the armor might be, because they do have to fit him into a single carded figure. But if they kind of use the 2000X version as a model, and that's really all we have to go with at the
Absolutely.
moment.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because Jay from Geek Dad Life said that both Man-At-Arms, this version, and the Eternian Guard Infiltrator were in more of a prototype form, and so
Mm.
I think they still have a lot of work to do, and there's actually a little bit of runway for this wave to come out anyway.
It's interesting how these things develop at shows, but yeah, I'm super excited at the possibility of this. He is also listed on Walmart, and this actually came from your source. Is that correct?
Yes, actually, I was on Walmart a couple days ago, just trying to dig around like I usually do to find things that we can unearth, and we came across Serpent Claw Man-At-Arms and Spikor as well.
And it's interesting that it actually does say Serpent Claw Man-At-Arms, meaning that that claw has to be there.
Yes.
It's an absolute must. 1797. Not, you know what? The prices have increased a little bit, but still very much in
Mhm.
line with one of the most affordable collector lines to date. I'm super excited at the return. Whether or not it's online retail versus in store, I'm still super excited that these things
Yeah.
are, at least right now, looks like they're going to be returning to Walmart.
I'm excited about that. And yeah, I think Walmart has been good about putting things in their database. Like I think once we get the UPC codes for these figures, they're really easy to scan up, and Walmart is actually faster than Target to get things in their database. Like Walmart or Target doesn't even have Wave 12, whereas Walmart has Wave 12 in their system.
Absolutely. And this is getting things are getting very, very interesting indeed.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the last figure that was announced today, at least. Fan favorite Spikor has returned to the line. Now, these photos are on toyhabits.com, but you do want to give credit to the artist, correct?
Yes, of course. Yeah, so we use custom stand-ins for these figures when we don't have an official image, and so we used a custom from the insanely talented Stronnox Customs, and we've been fans of him for probably over 10 years now. Yeah, so yeah, Stronnox117 is his Instagram ID, and we actually covered his Too Bad custom as well, like a week ago, because like Too Bad and Spikor, I think, are two of the most wanted customs. But he does everything from GI Joe Classified series, Marvel. He's recently doing some very killer Masters of the Universe Origins customs. So I mean, it's all stellar work. It's all top notch, and these look incredible.
So, guys, definitely give Stronnox Customs a like and a follow on Instagram. He's Stronnox117. Guys, definitely head over there, give him a like and a follow. Tell him that Jay and Michael sent you. I've always been a fan of Spikar, even though I didn't have him as a kid. I've always thought of him as a treasure character. You know what I mean? Because he can never really, just like the porcupine, he can never really have any, a physical contact with people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not a hug. Nothing he can do. And I think that's probably why he became such a mean kid. You know what I mean? He just he just became so disillusioned with society. Did you have Spikor as a kid?
I didn't have Spikor as a kid, but I do have him as an adult collector. And yeah, I'm actually really I'm really wondering how they might do his action feature. So I think with Mattel's deviation from including action figures and actually making the tooling for them, they could basically possibly handle this how they did classics, where, his trident is something that you just plug into his arm. A lot of comments that I'm seeing with figures missing their action features, people actually miss them.
I am a huge fan of Rattler, and the fact that his head doesn't shoot out, that really kind of made me sad. Mechanex's neck does not extend the way it's supposed to. But there are limitations to this, and in terms of like cost for tooling, this is the best course for Mattel, unfortunately. Now, it has to be said that these are customs, and I don't think that no matter how great these look, it's probably going to look more akin to his original release. In terms of like mostly plastic colors, and of course, like you said, the claw feature is not probably going to be a singular arm. I would imagine they would have to retool this part of the arm, and it wouldn't come out nearly as far. It would probably come out maybe up to here. Right. And I think that's, for me, that's enough.
Going back to your comment about just making this an affordable line, this is a way to make it an affordable line when they're not having to tool in these action features.
When we think about it, he's got a brand new chest plate, which is unique to him. No one else has this chest plate. His head, of course. I'm super excited about this, Michael. He has another one that's actually been listed on Walmart. This is incredible, Michael. Thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. I do have to say one last note. I do get some pushback on these types of things. It's inevitable. People are going to question, and it's good. One thing that we as a community we should always question. I've made the mistake of showing customs as released figures as upcoming figures. None of us are going to be perfect, right?
Mattel reserves the right to change their figure assortment, their dates. So when we leaked information about Wave 9, which was supposedly supposed to include the King Randor, Whiplash, Digitino, and Mini Comic Trapjaw, when 6 months had passed, Mattel had redone their Wave assortment, and those figures moved from Wave 9 to Wave 10. So we were almost nailed it, got the figures right, but just different Wave assortment. So
yeah, at the end of the day, these are leaks, and we should treat them as rumor. At the end of the day, even though the listings are there, and we've seen, and you have an entire list, it should still be taken with a grain of salt. People are always fact checking us, which is good. People should always fact check us, and that's excellent. But again, at the end of the day, we are just here to relay the information that's been provided to us. And Michael, thank you so much for being here today. I really do appreciate your time. Please, Michael, let everybody know how they can reach you, and what's the best way to get information to you if they have a hot tip.
Sure. So you can find us online at toyhabits.com, and we do have a Gotten News button if you have a hot tip or just want to send us information that you would like to get out to a large community. And you can also find us on Instagram at Toy Habits website, and you can also find my partner who works with me on the website, the Toy Sorceress, on Instagram at Toy Sorceress. So
incredible. Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing that information with us. Holy crap, this is an exciting day. Guys, what are your thoughts? This is just absolutely crazy. So many people are worried that Motu is going to be leaving retail shelves, but you know what? If it returns to online shopping, I think that's something we can take as a consolation prize, because more Motu is not a bad thing. Guys, I want to thank Michael for being here as our guest today. It was a wonderful pleasure to have him on board. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please do leave me a like. It really helps me out. And if you're in the position to help out the channel, guys, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It is Mega J Retro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons of this channel really help me to make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do it without them. They are the best. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Michael, my friend, I really want to thank you one more time for being here. Definitely check out toyhabits.com. And you will not regret it. They are the best resource for toy news all year round. Definitely give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. Guys, we hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey. Keep proud. I want to give a huge shout out to all my Patreon and channel member supporters. Thank you so much, everybody. It's thanks to your support that this channel continues to grow, and I really could not have done this without you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It really means a lot and really helps the channel to keep growing.